To be called the nightmare race for the devs, you have to have serial complications. And one day I was laying on my bed thinking about the topic of my next video, and thanks to my ADHD, I started thinking about which race I would like to play. Out of all the races in League of Legends, one of my favorites are the Vastaya. So I started thinking about them and I came to this realization: this race is special. The easiest way to describe them is as furries maybe, and wait. So one of my favorites are the Vastaya. Humans with animal attributes, which most famous examples are champions like Wukong, Ahri, Nami, Rengar, Shaya, and Rakan, and most recently Aurora. There are a lot more, but they come from the main game, which is League of Legends, and I think those are the best examples I can give. But hold on, hold your horses, Paul, because I want you to pay attention to them for a second. Do you notice something? Exactly. They are the same, right? There is not an insanely obvious difference between Rengar and Aurora. It is not like Rakan has feathers, wings, and claws, and Nami has a tail and scales. Do you guys remember when I said in my last video that it looked like Riot had everything prepared beforehand? Well, they surely did not do the same thing with this race. Between birds and lizards and monkeys and rabbits, they have way too much in their hands, and the worst part is it doesn't even end there. Can you please look at this? This is the Vastayan tribes tree from Eduard Santagelo's Vastaya journal. And I'm not dumb. I'm not gonna sit here and make you read all of this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna summarize it for you. The tree is divided in 3 sections: the tribes of the sea, the land walker tribes, and the tribes of the sky. We know nothing about the tribes of the sky besides their name. From the tribes of the sea, we only know the Marai, but the Makara are described as carnivorous and ever smiling, so people think they are crocodiles, but nobody really knows. The landwalker tribes are a lot more known, and their names are the Vesani, the Kilash, the Otrani, the Lotlan, and the Shimon. These are the races we have seen and know about them. All these, we have no idea how they even look like. But it's not over, because in the same journal we have this quote: "The seafaring Marai, the tribal Kilash. Incredible! How many more varieties may yet be discovered?" And he was right, because 3 years later, this guy was released. And with him, it came a new tribe that we don't even know the name of. The only thing we know about them is that Setsa's mother is from there, and they are Wolverine-like people. But it doesn't end there, because like 7 years after, the Brini, which is Aurora's tribe, were added to the lore. So that means we can add those two to the Land Walker tribes as well. And I mean, this could be fine for you. Looking at all these variations and all these different tribes, you can say, "Ooh, I like it." But let's see what the devs think about it. Hello? Guys?
Michael! Don't leave me here! Michael! Michael! Help me!
Yeah. We need to think on their perspective. One race of the game, the Vastaya. This race has many variations, the tribes. So they need to make around 7 different models with different shapes and sizes and the many various characteristics of every single tribe. Not counting the fact that they have to add different options for every single one of them to make every player character feel unique. They're not doing all that. Don't get your hopes up. What I think they will do is pick one tribe or like 2 or 3 very similar and make us choose which tribe we want to play. Depending on which tribe do we choose, we can customize our character with the characteristic attributes of the tribe that you chose. So for example, if you pick Lotlan, then you will have these wings and feathers, and if you pick Brini, you can have the long ears and your legs doing this thingy. Personally, I like the Otrani. I like their designs. I like how different they can be, how their legs do this thing. I still don't know how it's called. The color purple makes them very distinctive, and I always like characters with horns. They have a nice chance to be on the game, but I don't know if they will be playable. If I had to guess one tribe that is at the top of the list, then I'd say Lotlun. These are profitable enough, and with profitable enough, I mean they are similar enough to Catgirls to be commercial, but they are also different enough from any other race in other games to be unique to the Riot MMO. And if I had to guess which tribe is not making it into the game, then my Riot enjoyers, I have bad news for you. Which is a disappointment, because this tribe is surprisingly really pretty. The colors, the fins, the shapes, and I'm not even a fish guy. Riot did a great job with this tribe, but they can't walk on Earth like everyone else. Nami is the perfect example of this. She can only move on League of Legends because she is riding a tide, so I don't think these fishes are going to work on the MMO. Now, notice how I said these fishes, but don't worry about that now. I'll tell you about it in a different video. Just something to remember for the future. All in all, Riot is gonna have to make tough decisions with this race, and all I can say is that I'm happy I'm not the one having to make them. But anyways, thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed your stay, and I hope I will see you next time. Bye.